Crush, punish, and tear the hell out. Pretty strong language, isn't it? Well, these are the words that a US senator used to threaten India. He wants to crush our economy. He says he wants to punish us. We expect this sort of language maybe from a Pakistani senator, but a US senator? And what exactly is going on here? The comments were made by Senator Lindsey Graham. He is a Republican politician, also a close ally of President Donald Trump. And he wasn't just talking about India. He was talking about countries that buy oil from Russia, mainly three of them, China, India, and Brazil. These countries buy 80% of Russian crude. The American senator says this is blood money. He says we are propping up Russia's war machine. And his solution? To impose secondary tariffs on us. And listen to the language he used, I'm quoting. Here's what I would tell China, India, and Brazil. If you keep buying cheap Russian oil to allow this war to continue, we are going to tear the hell out of you and we are going to crush your economy because what you're doing is blood money. Now, this is coming from a US senator, that too against a partner country. He wants to, and I'm quoting again, tear the hell out of India. He wants to crush our economy. And this conversation is not happening in a vacuum, by the way. This is not some one-off comment. Last month, the same senator proposed a bill. It called for 500% secondary tariffs on certain countries. Now, some quick context here. A direct tariff is imposed on the target country. In this case, it would be Russia. You impose a direct tariff on Russia. A secondary tariff is imposed on countries that buy from the target. In this case, anyone who buys from Russia. Of course, that does not include Europe. Europe gets a free pass. Europe buys lots of natural gas from Russia, yet they are exempt because the bill makes exceptions for countries that arm Ukraine. So if you give weapons to Kiev, you can keep buying oil or gas from Russia. You're exempt from the sanctions. You don't have to pay the secondary tariff. Earlier this month, President Trump backed this proposal. Instead of 500%, though, he said 100% tariffs. Trump gave the Russians 50 days, 50 days to strike a deal with Ukraine. If not, he threatened 100% secondary tariffs.
We don't have an agreement in 50 days. That's what we're doing, secondary tariffs. And they're biting. And I hope we don't get to the point where we do. But we can do secondary. We're probably talking about 100% or something like that.
So can you clarify
we can do secondary. We can do secondary tariffs.
So the senator's statement is not random. It has the backing of President Donald Trump. The question is, how should we see this? For starters, keep the threats to yourself. India is not Greenland or Canada. We are a proud nation. New Delhi has resisted Western pressure since the war started, and we will continue to do so. So Senator Graham should stay in his lane. He was elected by the people of South Carolina. Last we checked, that's not the front lines in Eastern Europe. As for Trump's threat, India is not worried. I spoke to India's petroleum minister last week. He said New Delhi has plenty of options. So we are buying 30% of our crude from Russia, and now the Americans have threatened secondary sanctions. What impact do you see on India's oil supply, and what is our backup plan, sir?
Well, first and foremost, madam, I don't feel any pressure in my mind. And I don't think my boss's mind is wired to feel any pressure. And that's where I draw my strength from. During this period, India has diversified the sources of supply. And we have gone, I think, from about 27 countries that we used to buy from to about 40 countries now. But more than that, if you go into should you buy from a source one or should you buy from a source two, we have been clear from the day go that we will buy from wherever we have to.
So the American senator's threats have two implications. First, it's a reality check for India. I know a lot of Indians celebrated Trump's return to the White House. They call him a friend of India. Well, you guys need better friends. Since coming back to office, this is what Donald Trump has done. Threatened to impose tariffs on India, hosted Pakistan's army chief, hyphenated India and Pakistan, claimed credit for the recent ceasefire, and threatened 100% secondary tariffs on us. That's what Trump has done. And don't forget what his allies and family have done. His family signed a crypto deal with Pakistan. His allies talk about punishing India. How is any of this good for New Delhi? It should serve as a timely check for our US policy. And we're not saying abandon this relationship. No, there's too much at stake. But be mindful. The US has always been an unreliable partner, and that has not changed. That is the first implication. Second, it's a window into American worldview. They think they can boss anyone. Don't support our ally, take 100% tariffs. Buying oil from our rival, take secondary sanctions. Have a trade surplus with America, here's reciprocal tariffs. Share a border with us, come become our 51st state. This is not the behavior of a responsible power. This is the behavior of a bully. And you know what they say about handling bullies? You have to stand up to them.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka-charge
Indonesian,
pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.